Alright, this is the last field to be harvested this season, and then we have to plant so many fields with oilseed radish and grass and whatnot. Even busier today than last episode, I think. Welcome back everyone to the Countryside Lands. Now this is episode 50. I have officially reached the original milestone that I set for myself. But we are far from done. We are just getting started essentially. Not really, but we're good ways in, but yeah. So I'm on my way back from the barley field from last episode. The plan today is even greater than last episode, I think. Harvesting is a big deal, but planting might be a bigger one. But there's mulching, planting, rolling, fertilizing and seeding, but harvesting is just harvesting. And you could technically put baling into the harvesting category. Anyway, I'll start by... Yes. Cows interrupt me all the time. No, I'll start here by not crashing into the delivery truck and harvesting the canola, I think. And then there is oilseed radish going into Gregory, I think midfield, and Hill. No, actually midfield is going straight into wheat in September. So there's a few months of waiting there. But yeah, I think 3 or 4 fields. 3 fields are getting oilseed radish. 1 of them is getting grass. That is the clover field. And then wheat is going into 89 and 81. So, without any further ado, let me jump out of here and put on a time-lapse for this whole field, I think. Alright, that is the harvest in. Just a little bit more than enough full trailer, 2,000 liters almost, so... yeah, man, this game is just so relaxing. Every time I do a time-lapse like this, I end up, like... It's just so... I get so calm. And just my voice tends to get sound very tired, if that makes sense. Now, I'll try to keep up the energy, but yeah, this is the perfect relaxation game. I don't know if there's any better games out there. Well, anyway, now I'm guessing about 20,000 liters of canola were harvested this time around on Honeyfield. Let's take a look. Honeyfield, that was 31, right? 32, maybe? Canola. Yeah, 20.4. Yeah, that's right now. I haven't had canola on this field previously. Yeah, I'm not gonna get lost in this, but look, 22 of oats. Good. It would be nice. I don't know if then it would probably have to integrate to precision farming, but to see the percentage yield. Because if this is 100%, or if this is 90%, right, and this is 100%, you know, it's good to know. But apparently you get a little bit more oats from the same field, more sorghum, and a lot more straw, and more wheat. So yeah, it's good to know. I don't know if the yield has been 100% every time though. Now I did mention I wanted to go over the total yield of the other ones, and that's 32. That's Gregory. That was 30, almost 29, just under 29,000. And 33 was 11. Yeah. So that puts us at 39, 40 point something, 40.5 or so. That's pretty nice. And the oats on field 84, was it? Yeah, 16,600. 27 liters on the newest field, the hill field, and the other one is that 81. Yeah, 15,338. So a combined, that is like almost 32,000. If I were to calculate it super fast. So as you did see in the time lapse, I had to break up the harvest a little bit to rid the field, Gregory, of bales so that I could leverage the time a little bit better and put a mulcher on. Alright, let's park this guy now. Actually, he has to do corn harvest on Tiny in a month or two. So I'll park it here and kill the engine. All of this needs this really needs washing. Everything does, basically. Well, so let me get over to that tractor. Now I am allowed to tap between. I've done a lot of that, but I kind of want to sometimes just run between things. Alright, the small tractor is almost ready with his, or done with his field, sorry. So let me see, when is the canola best to sell? November. So yeah, we're gonna stockpile this for half a year or so, and then alright, now there is so much to do. We have straw on almost every field. This is the only field we did manage to empty the straw from. Apparently this can run the mulcher as well, which is good to know. But I do need to plant, let me see, I jotted this down. So 32, that is oilseed radish. 31 is also oilseed radish. This one, 33 here, is no, this is not, this is 33. I maybe wrote down the wrong number then. Yeah, oh, it's 82. Okay, 82 is grass, and what is 33 then? That is coming off oats. Yeah, it's going to wheat. Or is it coming off of these oats? Okay, I need to take a look at that. So last fruit was wheat, and then it was oats. No, it's coming off wheat, yeah. So it's getting back into oats after oilseed radish. I didn't write this one down. That's weird. I probably... No, hold on. Yeah, that's 33. I'm sorry, I'm confusing myself so much. I thought 33 was the canola field. No, the clover field. So I'm just really confused on that. But if you look here, penultimate fruit, that's oats. So I think that is the previous to the previous one, right? And wheat was what we did now. So if that goes from oat to wheat, that's going to oat again. Why does it tell me... Okay, yeah, that's in spring. So I'm putting oilseed radish here as well. Actually, you know what? I did have the idea. I didn't... Is this now the time to combine these fields? All three of them into one big, huge field? Now, I do have the honey stations there. I could move them. I think I want to do that. I think we're kind of at the stage now where we just want to do that. But I'll still mulch and do everything. But I'm actually gonna put some work to that. Now, as you might have noticed, I have lowered the time scale a little bit because we need to be in July this whole episode. Actually, not really. There's nothing that needs to go in that can't go in next month, right? Oilseed radish can. Perfect. Grass can. Good. The wheat, that is in September either way. But I would, however, like to bale a little bit. So let me get through a baling montage here, or time lapse. I'll bale. Actually, I need to windrow maybe first. Yeah, let me do that first. Yeah. So that's gonna be the plan. Oh no, wait. I'm gonna windrow and then I'm gonna bale. I can start windrowing here. I don't have to explain everything first, but okay, just lower the windrower, please. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna bale. What is this? This field, 84, and the satellite field, 89. That needs baling. So there's only three fields. That's good. Yeah, let me just finish my point. I'm gonna bale, and then I'm going to combine Gregory, Honeyfield, and midfield. This is midfield. 33 into one grand field. Then I'm probably gonna have to reset some of the crop rotation plans. I will probably go with oats because, as we found out last episode, the oats convert. I think they convert best to bread. 1-to-1 from grain to flour, and then that's the best usage of that. I'm not sure if it yields the best, but it's gonna make every calculation and everything more simpler. There's nothing else we do need. If we had horses, I might also do part of the oats there, but we don't. Wheat, I would do wheat if I had chickens, but we don't. Then barley, probably the same. Yeah, I don't see a reason to do, a stronger reason to do anything other than oats, other than potential yield. But yeah, let me finish this here, and it might get a little bit dark. It's gonna take a while, but I will be back with you once all the bales are baled up, or all the straw is baled up, and we are ready to perhaps move into August. Alright, now I am done wintering. I decided to take a little break here from the time-lapse because I've had so many ideas. Now, round balers are probably the slowest to do bales. Or what? To collect straw and grass or whatnot. Square balers are faster. They just dump them out really as soon as they are made instead of having to unload them and stop and whatnot. But these guys are probably a little faster even. Now, what to pick? I don't want to go too crazy. But I think I'm going to go with this. And I'm financing this, of course. 26,000. Yeah, 26 cubic meters. Yeah, I can't see there's any. It needs 150. I think our larger tractor is more than that. The smaller one is 130. Yeah, 190. So I can actually go for. Yeah, the thing with forage wagon instead of square balers or any balers is that you don't have to deal with the bales. You do have to deal with unloading the wagon though. But yeah, this I can pull this. It's large. Can't pull this. So this is the largest I can pull with my current tractor. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and see how expensive it is to finance this for 2 years. Oh no, 6,000 a month. How much for leasing? I cannot remember if I actually established specific rules for this series. I've been financing just because that's kind of more of a challenge. Now leasing this is way cheaper. You know what? I think I'm gonna go the middle ground. Just go with this one and finance this for 2 years or 1 year for the same amount, but shorter time period. I don't know, man. Is this worth? Yeah, I think it's worth it. I think, but I'm going to do 2 years then to lower the cash flow penalty. All right, I'll just have to use the larger tractor to bring it up here. So the other thing I had thought about, that is to sell this one in order to buy this one. I don't think I can actually do that immediately now because of the financing there, but that might be a thing to essentially refinance our operation a little bit, because driving here between these fields, the farm and this field, is kind of tedious, but honestly it's not that bad. And I think I can probably produce more than 50,000 from that field at least in 1 year. So I'll wait with that, but if I ever need 56 or so thousand, I'll consider it again. Nope, wrong direction. Yeah, you know, it's nice to have the bales for the TMR and everything occasionally, but I'm just gonna directly sell most of these bales already. So, yeah. Also, that's one thing. I do want to try to get a cut of grass in. So, before I get back on a time lapse, I'll move the bales out of the grass field and get this guy working on planting the grass. I don't think the clovers are gonna reach maturity before winter. That's the thing. And then of course carrots are going in again after the grass has been in for a while. I might get 2 harvests of grass before I have to put the carrots in, so that is also one thing. Now I'll just put these here to begin with. I will probably spend some time later, probably one of the winter months, to actually collect these bales around everywhere. Alright, that's one. I'll probably try to get both of them. Good. No, I can't really put them down flat like I tend to like to do, but... Oh, also I'll just raise that one up. Actually, these are probably gonna be in the way of the cedar. Oh no. I can't see what I'm doing. Alright, the moon is... Is it the sun maybe up there? I think the moon... Yeah, moon is up there. Okay, sure. This probably works. It has to work. Now I'll find the cedar. And because it's a direct cedar, of course, I can put the grass straight in. So the plan is to get the grass in this month. Then I'll continue baling or collecting the straw. And once that is done, once at least the seed is in, I will move on to August and try to combine the fields here. Where's the cedar? Here it is. Ooh. Alright, it's clovers and grass. I'll actually leave the front loader somewhere here just so that it's not going to be in the way when the worker is trying to drive around the sheep pen. It might get stuck on some things, might get actually interrupted by the fertilizer spreader. So I will put you on here and you will go there. I'll move the fertilizer spreader. No, wait. Thank you, sir. Now you're free to go. Yeah, I'll move the fertilizer spreader out of the way just to eliminate any possibilities of problems. I think going to combine Gregory, Honeyfield and 33 is probably gonna help us long term. It's gonna streamline field work a lot. It's going to... Oh no, just put them here. Okay. Okay, why is nothing happening here? Alright. I don't know where I'll be using this next. Probably here somewhere. So I'll borrow the field here. Leave the things here. I have been in talks with a neighbor about buying this field, so he probably won't be mad at me keeping my equipment there for a while. Now the grass is growing, so maybe it's not the best thing. But yeah. Also 102, field 102, this one here could be a purchase sometime soon. It's not part of the requirements of the goals to buy the neighboring fields because the starting fields are only Honeyfield and Gregory and 33 and 83 or something, the animal feed one. So everything touching those fields is the requirement essentially. But yeah, we are getting well into the night here. Actually, and since I am here, I probably would benefit from trying to push these bread things out of the way a little bit. So I'll just try to back it up like this. Oh, whoops, didn't anticipate that. Alright, traffic is going to be held up here for a while, sorry about that. Yeah, that's probably good enough. And I'll actually... Yeah, oh, there's even more coming in. Oh no. Well, at least we have tried, you can say. I'll move them, or I will move them out of the street. That's the one. So many words in my brain. so weird. Alright, since I'm here, I'll probably start with the barley field. And yeah. Nope. There we go. Alright, I'll be back after the time lapse. Alright, now this is taking a little longer than I expected. I didn't know we had that much straw. Now, it is decent. I mean, we're not selling at the best price. We are selling at the worst price, in fact. 102 per 1,000. It can go up by about 50%. 45% maybe. But yeah, it's fine. It is getting us a little bit of income. It is paying for itself for a few months at least. Oh, no. I do think it is faster than if I would have baled everything. Also, it's a little different from before, so all in all, pretty good. Now, it is getting kind of far into the episode. We're about 30 minutes in. And so I'm not sure how much more there is to, how much we can get done. Some of the tasks I mentioned are quite ambitious, or they take a long time. Growing, seeding and rolling and everything. Let's just go there. Yeah. I don't even know if I can pick all of this up in one trip. I probably should have gone with a larger one. Didn't know straw took that much space. I could have cut my trips in half, I think, if I did take the larger one. Almost half. But I'm thinking, look, we are getting kind of close to, or we are basically at the point where if I sold the satellite field, and just to finance buying the closest field here, the grass field, I think we can do it. It would mean we end with almost €0, but it also would mean we don't have to go as far away for everything. I'm not sure how good of an idea it is to, sell a field to buy a grass field. But our animals, we're getting so many animals and they're getting larger and whatnot, so we do need the grass field. And this also has the potential to combine later, but to begin with I'll probably do grass. Yeah, I'll finish selling the straw, I suppose, and then this time I'll spare you from the music. I'll probably just cut until I am done or taking my last trip with the straw, and then we will take a look at the situation about selling one field to buy another one. Alright, now this isn't the last trip, probably 1.5 more to go or so, but I noticed that my dairy cows are out of TMR, so there's a little bit of a situation. I'll also just refill, I think I can dump this straw into the dairy cow shed instead of shredding a bale. I haven't tested it, but I think it should be able to do that. But yeah, I'm not sure if we will get to everything I mentioned in the beginning, but if you look at the money, I think we are going to sell that field to buy the closest field here. Or do I preemptively sell some of the tomatoes, for example, to just get to that 80,000? Getting a little bit impatient, if that makes sense. Oh, not 100% yet. Let me see. One little pass here. No, that's not it. Most of this probably. Yeah, there it is. Now, do I have some TMR mixed? I think that is really the biggest question. No, it's not. Alright. I'll put this here for the time being. And then I will I think I do have to attach this here. I'll drive this guy out of the field. Apparently the seeder missed a spot here, but that's fine. It's no big deal, really. Alright, how's the greenhouse doing for water? I think we're getting to the point we're doing... Okay, it needs refilling. Yeah, we're, you know, we're gonna get less done per episode. I've tried to have a specific amount done, if that makes sense. Sort of like, you know, field work and then a little bit of the animals and whatnot, but once we have this many fields and this much field work, we are kind of limited to one thing at a time, I think. Now, if I combine my fields, that's going to technically be a little bit less work. Now I need the hay bale. That is one of the clover. Actually, does it take clover bales? I'll try, but since that's a modded thing, I'm not sure it's gonna get in. I'll just pick one of them up. Boom. Oh no, there you go. I think actually field-wise we can just get into June or August, but I do wanna look into financing that field before doing so. You know, if for nothing else than you know, to be able to fertilize that grass field a little bit. Okay, it does count as hay. That's good to know. I think actually I do have enough silage. I can probably put all of that in. Okay, what's happening? I can't see. Even just putting all of that in is perfect. I don't need to dump the silage in there. Now, how is this? It is TMR. Alright, then I'm not gonna waste anything else, I suppose. Actually, probably for volume's sake, I should put some straw bales in. I think that is probably the thing about this. But I shouldn't put too much, then I'll have to put more silage in. Okay, this one is already partially empty. Alright. Just watch that silage gauge. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah. I don't know what specifically the additive does, or the mineral feed or whatever. Yeah, I'll put a little bit in just in case. Yeah, let me then feed the cows. Hope they haven't been without food for too long. Oh no, everything is in the way here. Fun, fun, fun. Can I even get through here with this? No, I don't think. Alright. Let's just get it fully out of the way. I'm gonna test the thing, the other thing that we did recently just buy. Nope, don't get there. There you go. Get in there and hug the right wall. Alright, let's put in the TMR. Good, look at them cows now. Yeah. Yeah, their health and reproductivity. What is... Yeah, the productivity went down to 0, so they must have been without food for a while. Not good, not good. But we do have a lot of milk, or what? Relatively good amount of milk. Oh, the slurry as well, I have to fix. Yeah, we are very busy in this farm. There's probably like 20 tasks at any given moment. Not really, but the total. Alright. If this doesn't work, I do have more than enough bales to focus on. There's a door that I can close. This is a door that I can open. That's why I've been throwing it through the wall, it seems like. You know what? I do think I do have €1,000 extra laying around. so that I can get this guy out of here. Now it's just a bunch of twigs that's gonna be in the way instead. That's good. It's probably not gonna be more of a problem. Now, if I do have to do this all the time, probably it's way easier to just do the shredder. Yeah. If that's not doing it, then it's not gonna happen. Alright, good to know. And I'll just use the bales and get this sold. Now, 56,000 that we can get for the other field, that's gonna leave us with 90,000 if we sell it, so we are good. Actually, we do need probably 6,000 or so to get over to the new month, just in case. But I have a lot of wool, I have a lot of tomatoes and everything. I can sell a lot, but yeah, that's the thing. What is the price of tomatoes? It's probably not the best. It is not the worst either. So, I think I did this calculation a few episodes back. Was it 2 episodes ago maybe? Or last episode? To see how much we had to sell to get... Oh, that was probably for the spinnery though. That's a way higher price on that. I would rather not sell the field. Okay, so let me see. It is at its best. Big Farmer's Kiosk 1541. Oh, I just have to wait for this to stop. There, alright, 38. Okay. So the price of the field is boom. 82,000. Let's go with that. That is relatively nice. Alright, and then we take away, I can't remember how much we have, 38,000. Alright. That's interesting. Sorry, and then we divide that with the 1541, was it? That is 30 pallets. I think we do actually have that. So I might not have to sell. Also, there's still more straw to collect. I might not have to sell the field. Those are good news. Well, oh no, that's bad news. Oh really? Alright, I thought I was stuck again. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to wait with August for next episode. But then we will combine Gregory to Honeyfield. And I'm thinking of combining 33 as well, just to get rid of the road. I do use it quite a lot, but I can use the main asphalt road either way. So it's not very much of an inconvenience. And then, yeah. Also, if I wait with buying the field for a few more months, I'm just gonna get poorer through the financing deals. Bunch of leftovers here. Okay, what's happening? There we go. I think I can get most of this into this. I'll probably... Yeah, I'll go one trip if I have to. Just, I want to recap a little bit because I need to. I'm gonna probably sell the tomatoes in order to get the field instead of selling off field. I'd rather sell the yielding product of a thing that rather than the producing part, if that makes sense. You know, I'd rather sell the crop than to sell the field. And yeah, but there's also the thing about using the money we have right now to buy the canning production. There are so many things to consider. Also this wool, there's a lot of wool. The honey is piling up already. Yeah, it's great to be this busy actually. It's way better than to just skip through the months with nothing to do and waiting on things. So we will end up with at least 30,000, no 40,000 sorry, just from this trip here. That gives us half, almost half of the money we need. I just think that having a grass field, especially close, is so important. I'm just looking here for I think the next thing we're going to be selling is probably in the winter. This is decent, yeah. 41,000, nice. The slurry can be moved up as well. Yeah. I don't know why the lights are blinking like this. So I'll just pick up the last remaining thing. And yeah, I'll probably quickly get through. Yeah, we are kind of at the end of the episode, really. But I do want to finish with buying the field. So I'll stack the tomatoes. I'll count again how many I actually do need. And then I'll stack that many and get it sold. Alright, that's the thing collected. Real quick again, let me go here. What's 82,000 minus the 41 we have now? Of course, it's 41. And there's like 1541 I think right now, so it's 27 pallets I need. Let's get this guy ready. 27, that is quite a lot. Okay, guy, you can get over this hump. Yeah, thank you. We just go out here. 1 here. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh no, 19, 20, 21. I think it's all of our tomato pallets, actually. Well, oh man. This might take a while. Alright, the last guy here. This actually went pretty well. That's pretty nice to know, actually. No. This isn't as much as needed. 27, alright. This is 16, 18, 21. But I'm counting on the environmental score bonus to carry us through, I think. Or I think that's gonna happen. But yeah. Not the typical month where we acquire new assets. It's usually in the winter when the prices are at their best. And honestly, this would definitely be enough if we were selling it in the winter time. But I think we are at a spot. What? We are at a place now where we can afford really to sell at any time. Of course, it's better to sell at the highest price, but we are kind of we're producing so well and everything that we don't really have to wait for the best price. And like this time around, I think it's better to acquire the field now while the grass is growing, so that I can put some nitrogen in and lime, perhaps, if I remember to do that, instead of buying it, you know, relying on the farmer that owns it now to have done that. So, yeah. But I think I'm going to keep it a grass field and not worry about crop rotation too much, unless the yield is horrible. But grass fields are very hard to rotate. It's a lot of cultivating and plowing, I think, in between. But yeah. And then I think after this field is bought, the next field is over 100,000 euros. So I think we're gonna shift the focus into the canning production, at least the small version to begin with. That is only 32 or 36,000. So, oh no, don't tip. All right. How close is this gonna get us? It is gonna get us just over. Perfect. Can I make this trip around here? No, not at all. So, let me just do that immediately and see. Actually, does that leave us enough? I'm not going to jump over either way. Sandy loam, that's pretty good. It's not the best, but this is now our field. Beautiful. All right, look at that. There's only 1, 2, 3 fields to go. Literally. Now this is a horrible field. It has 81% silty clay. So maybe do that last. 200, that's half of our, the goal of having 500,000 in the bank. 180, almost 90, 150, yeah. So we're looking at that much of a jump. And once we're in the 180 range, we might as well buy this. Right. Why is this? I can't. Yeah, I can manage it, but it's not mine. Well. Anyway, I wanted to thank you for watching. This might have been a little bit longer of an episode than usual, but there's a lot to do, so of course this can happen from time to time. And I do hope that you enjoyed, and that you join next time when we get even more done. I think we should get into August, and then we will... oh no, traffic. I probably shouldn't be trying to talk and drive at the same time. Well, we'll figure out exactly what I'll do next time, but until then, remember to like and subscribe on your way out, and take care. Goodbye. Oh, there's also the bread to deal with.